Welcome to the Alchemistic Laboratory. In this tutorial we are going to make the weapon from Tracer. This is from the video game Overwatch. I think this is a quite good exercise to make in Plasticity. And after you can put some materials and it should look something similar to this. So if you like this tutorial, please like, share and subscribe. There is also a tutorial I'm selling on Gumroad. If you want to check it, you can find it in the description down below. So now let's jump right into the tutorial. Okay, first things first. We go to the cube, delete it, go to the front view, and we just drag and drop our reference image. And this reference, we just put it somewhere here. So basically we just need this area. So I'm going to press M, the front only, opacity around 20%, and front only. Then we just move this thing in the back. So now I need to start drawing with control point curves, the outline. So I come from here, like so. I have my main shape, and I just draw some straight lines. I'm not so sure if this is curve, so let's do a control point curve. Something like this. Then straight line, control point curve, to have some curvatures around. So then straight line from here to here. Okay, so now we have our handle shape. Now what I need to do is I'm going to extrude this area. Say that the handle should be just something like this, I think is okay. And we move it to the center. So now we have our shape. And what we need to do, I suggest we need to start chamfering this area. But if I do this procedure, you see that I start to invade this area, which we don't want, because here it also should be rounded, here on the left. So this is not the way to go. Now there is another cool trick I learned from the Plasticity channel, which you can draw your curvature from above, cut it, and just face match this part of the handle. So in this case, you need to draw a spline curve. And let's say that you draw it from here, from the end, let's say from around here to here. So now you have your curvature. It's a single spline curve going from here to here. You can of course edit it. Let's say that I want it a bit fatter in the back, something like this. And what I need to do is I'm going to sweep it. So let's say that I want it here. So I'm going to move it from here to here with F. So these matches, these are matching here, okay? So what I need to do now is sweep. So I'm Shift P and select the curve. And you see that now I have my line like this. So in this case, I can grab this face, and here down to the right, I'm going to click match face and match it to this face. And you see that now it is making exactly what we need without any strange line here in the middle. And also here is respecting quite okay. And of course we can delete this face now. So now we have our back side of the handle, and here it gives us also a bit of space to chamfer this area. You can use the same trick or you can just do it manually. So what else we can do here? Doing this down part. So this would be somehow the same. We draw a control point curve from here. We go straight. And we just draw some lines around. Okay. Now we have this bottom part, and what we can do is exactly the same thing. We can just extrude it around here. Maybe I hide these lines, and I'm going to extrude it also here and snap it. That is exactly like this. So how do we do this part down here? There are many ways to do it, but I want to save some time. So for example, what I could do is grab this. Let's see if I offset it like this. Okay, so I have this part. What I can do is maybe cut it here and this face, I can just offset it. And I'm just going to cut this area and delete the rest. So I'm going to draw a straight line from here to match these points that I already have. And I continue straight. So I'm going to cut this area, delete the extra part. So I'm having this piece, and by using the same line, I'm going to also cut this part. So I can hide all these curves, and I can also start cutting this part. Something like this. I'm cutting this, deleting the extra piece, and cutting this as well. There is a little extra here. Okay, so now we have this part of the handle. I'm going to, so this piece and this piece needs to be one. So Q and Q. Now it's a single piece. I have the handle and I have this piece. So this is one way to do it. You can also draw it, but I think for me it was much more easy to continue because I have already this curvature. So I just need to make some cuts. And this is only one way to do it. I'm sure there are many, many other ways. Okay, how can we continue with our gun? So I suppose we should continue with this area. So we can draw some lines. Okay, so I have this shape somehow. And what I'm going to do now is just grab these curves, Shift T, and everything I'm going to scale it. Join, join. Going to match it here. So I have this part, and I'm going to scale it or offset it. So I have this offset, and I'm going to hide these curves. I think these curves we can delete. Okay, so I think this piece is going inside. It's not matching exactly here. It seems that this goes more inside. So what I'm going to do is scale it, maybe some. This part seems to be darker than this one. So this seems to be a different object. So I'm just going to test. For example, I'm going to draw a line here to here. Something like this. Cut it. And we do the same thing. Grab this part and scale it, and maybe so. Doesn't look so bad. Doesn't look so bad. So I'm going to leave it. Going to delete this curve. And we need to cut here. Something like this. Cut. Delete this piece. Can delete this line and grab this curve. And something like this. We have these pieces. Now it's only a matter of making some chamfers here. But before I do that, I'm going to finish this, the cattle. I don't know how is it called. So I'm going to draw control point curve. Something like this. Okay, curvature we delete. This we put in the middle, like this. Okay, great. And I suppose we can start doing our chamfers. Something like this. A smooth chamfer or a round chamfer. Then we grab this area. Another round chamfer. So. And we grab as well this one. Grab this face, convert it, and we make a round chamfer. Something like this. Do the same here, Ctrl 2. I think it looks good. Perfect. Something like this, and grab this one. So now you see everything is now with the soft chamfer, drum chamfer. Okay, we can continue by making this as well. For this we can do something. I'm going to mirror this object. Q and Q. Scale it. And I'm going to boolean it. So I'm going to duplicate it. Then I'm going to grab the handle, the cat, and Q, the boolean. And this one I can just scale it a bit. So we have this cap. So it's just a little detail. Okay, so I think we have finished our handle. We can move to somewhere else. We can maybe do this area. So it's it's basically the same thing, control point curve. Then we draw some lines from here to here, and so. We join this. And now we can just make some control point curves to make this a bit of a curve. Then we grab the line, and now from here we can also do something like this. And here we can just draw a center circle. So we press T to trim. So we have only this part, and we do the same thing. Now this part seems to be outside, so we just scale it. Maybe something like this. Now for this part, this is important. Somehow this goes, here is much more chamfered than here. So we can maybe grab this line, this edge, I'm sorry, and we make something like this. And we can grab this face, maybe rotate it. Something like this, and push it more. Very simple, I can just make this chamfer. Okay, so we can start cutting from here to here. This I don't need. This I can delete. Okay. And we make some chamfers. Okay. Okay, for this we need some cylinders. So I'm going to draw a circle. I'm duplicating it and moving it somewhere here. Maybe scale it. Okay, now what I need to do is I grab this and make them cylinders. Push them somewhere inside, maybe so. Now here I am going to make it something like this. Boolean, this Q. Okay, something like this. What I can do now is mirror it and boolean it. Okay. And I need to mirror it as well on everything. Alt X, Shift Y, because I want the negative Y. Q and Q. This piece as well. Alt X in Shift Y. Correct. Q and Q. This one as well. Now everything is how it should be. And the weapon is taking shape. Okay, so what else we can do now? We can start by making the white area. So I'm going to draw a line from here to here, and here I maybe make a curve line. Now from here I go down. Snap it here, 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 and here. And from here I can just draw something like this. Okay. extrude this area, maybe a bit more. Now it's not so easy to see which side is bigger, but maybe something like this. Now these curves we can maybe hide. I just draw a line straight here. So now this line is basically here, where it's going to make this curvature inside. Now here it seems to be another line. So we draw another line from here to here and here to here. So I'm imprinting them just to see what I'm doing. What I can do is from here, let's see how it looks. Cutting this piece, delete, mirror. Okay, now we can start deleting some details. For example, I start here, here. This we can delete. How can we do it here? Can draw a line. Go something like this. So now this line can maybe make a little chamfer. Okay, we got this piece. This we can scale it. And I suppose from here to here we can just cut it. This we can delete. This I don't like. I would cut it like this. It's much better. We'll do the same here. Okay, so our gun is taking shape. So it's basically just a matter of cutting, 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 refining. Let's try to do the aim. So I go from the top view and I can just draw a line. Okay, mirror it, imprint it, and I can extrude these ones up. As new body, I press B and I have this area. Now I can just extrude it a bit, so I can start cutting. So for example, I cut from here to here. Okay, this I can cut. So now I have my aim. And here we can also cut. But this is too big. Let's try to do it maybe so. This is just an idea. You can also propose your own type of aims. But for a tutorial, I suppose this is okay. I would leave it so. I'm going to clean all the redundant topology. So we are almost finished. We can add this detail as well. Something like so. Okay, and what else can we do? We can start doing this part. So for here, I suggest we start making a cylinder. Okay, and something like this. Can just make some details here. Offset it with O. Grab this face. Push it inside. So we have to make this shape. It looks like a drop of water somehow. So I'm going to draw a line here and a line here. This is my measurement, and this I need to trespass to the front side. So how can we do this? We can just draw some lines. Okay. So I know it needs to be, I can hide maybe everything else. So I know it needs to be from here to here. So for this, I just draw a control point curve. And so it doesn't look so bad. Okay. This one I delete, and this one I can just mirror on the x-axis. Can make something like this. And there we have it. What else? What else? What else? Basically, we need to do the same thing here. Maybe all down here. So we grab another control point curve. Okay, mirror it. This piece is this one here. Okay, we can just imprint some holes here. So I just grab some center circle and like this, duplicate it. Can maybe imprint another one here. So, and these faces just push inside like so. These lines we can delete. So it's taking shape. Now we just need to make these small details. Imprint it. So, and we just need to make some chamfers. Here as well. Okay. Now I think we just need to make this part and then it would be finished. So we can start grabbing a cylinder, put it in the center. Okay, we can go to offset here. Okay. Now this I'm going to push a bit inside. This I'm going to make round. And here I'm also going to offset it, extrude it. And just to make it fast, I'm going to make something like this, duplicate it, tangent to tangent, and tangent to tangent. T-team, join it. And we can just rotate it, scale it, something so. Okay. This one I can just push inside. And can push them in, and here push it in. This weapon has a lot of details, but let's try to do it like this. Okay, mirror, shift J. Okay. We are almost finished, almost finished. Now there seems to be a screw here. Okay, so the screw. We make another cylinder. Now to make the screw, I just make a circle as a new body. I'm going to scale it so it's a bit flat. And I just make some squares like so. Duplicate it and rotate it 90 degrees. Imprint it. And these faces I can push them inside. And so, there we have it. Our screw. Now, these faces I can maybe duplicate, scale them, thicken, and so. Okay. Now this screw we can duplicate it and put it in other positions. Here we can maybe scale it down. And we are almost finished. What is this piece? So it seems here I can just imprint it. offset this. This we can delete, and here we can grab, maybe here we can draw a cube. Something so. Okay, something like this. We're almost finished. We just need to make these details as well. So for example, I see that here is similar, and I just make it so. And here as well. Okay, here is another cylinder, so we can maybe grab this one, cut it here. And I'm going to just grab this and put it there. What else? We need to make a 39 and imprint it. And we can also... So for this we press F and text. And we can just write here 39. And okay. So where is our text? A bit small. Scale it, imprint it, we grab this and this, and suck. Now I think almost all the details are finished. You can grab, for example, a line from here to here. Put it in the middle. You can just quickly scale it. And this would be a rectangle. There seems to be some detail here, so I'm going to delete all these lines and just going to draw something here. Something like this. I need to finish this quick. I think we finished. We just need to snap these objects to each face. And there we have it. Now I grab everything, Shift X, Shift Y. And if we hide this image, I think after mirroring everything and pulling it, I think we have our weapon. Finally. Okay, now we need to go to Blender and see how it looks. Not bad. It looks really like Tracer's gun. And remember, if you like this tutorial, please give a like, subscribe, share it. This helps the channel, honestly. We are growing quite good. I'm very happy. Thank you for this community. Thank you for your support. There's also another tutorial I am selling. This is on Gumroad. You will find the link down in the description if you want to even further support my channel. And I think we can just continue with our texturing. So now the render is almost finished. We can see the details and the gun looks quite good in my opinion. Of course, there are some things we just need to take care of and be more careful, do it with more calm. But in general, it was a good exercise. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like, share and subscribe. And we can say ex luto ad aurum. Until next time, thank you.